A standing room only crowd filled the West Virginia Board of Education offices Thursday as the board revisited its decision to fire Superintendent of Schools Jorea Marple. A succession of speakers praised Marple and blasted the board for the surprise termination November 15th.
Dr. Marple listened. She listened to teachers, to children, to coordinators of programs all over this state. She visited parts of the state that had not been visited before. She wanted to hear the voices of the teachers that were in the trenches every single day.
I hope the legal system will remedy the egregious actions of Dr. Marple's termination. But I'm deeply saddened as a parent that we have lost someone who is a visionary. And I just want to reread your words, Dr. Linger, because I can't fathom what happened between July when you said, Dr. Marple approaches all of her work with an unwavering commitment to students and educators. She is an outstanding visionary and worked diligently regarding teacher quality, school nutrition, pre-K education, and organizational leadership. There has to have been some specific thing, some specific reason that you've decided in a matter of 4 months to terminate her employment.
Retired Lincoln County teacher Julian Martin accused the board of acting at the behest of Senator Joe Manchin, seeking revenge against State Attorney General Darryl McGraw, husband of Jorea Marple.
I think this is Joe Manchin's revenge against Darryl McGraw. None of the Democrat in name onlys like Darryl McGraw because he is a real Democrat, and his wife is too. So now, Joe Manchin has made both members of that family unemployed.
Your motive and underhandedness at the heart of the outrage by education employees and citizens of our state. The way people handle situations tell a lot about them. The way this board dealt with the dismissal of Dr. Marple speaks volumes about board members as well as a group and as individuals.
I have to tell you that I am somewhat disappointed by the members of the board who are not here. This is one of them. I've been around a long time. This is one of the most important decisions that has been made by this board. Obviously, very, very controversial.
Reconsidering your decision, which is what's on the agenda for today, is not sufficient. You can't reconsider an illegal act and thereby make it legal. This board, the Gang of Five, as I like to call them, has intentionally and knowingly violated the Open Meetings Act.
The board later went into executive session and voted 6-2 to stick with the firing and conduct a nationwide search for Marple's replacement. Board President Linger gave this explanation, among other reasons.
It is our duty to be as open as possible with the public. When discussing concerns, we were often met with excuses and not actions. Too often, we were told how things can't change instead of being offered solutions. When current practices were challenged, we often found that people were defensive. Considering everything just outlined in this statement, I believe we needed a change in direction, and in order to do that, we needed a change in leadership.
After the meeting ended, the analysis of its results began.
One of the people up here today said that it was payback from the Manchins. And I lean towards that view just because I can't think of anything else that makes any sense. With the good evaluations that Dr. Marple had.
Well, notwithstanding the fact that I'm very displeased with, the way the board has behaved in the last couple of weeks, and that I still believe they've lost a great deal of trust and credibility when it comes to the public. I am, however, pleased that they are going to be more deliberate in terms of finding a new superintendent, that they are going to take their time and do a nationwide search. I think the people of West Virginia deserve that, instead of just naming, one person naming who he wants to put in as superintendent.